What up, music world, music kids out there? I am back again for another album review, and it's gonna be with Solange when I get home. Now, previously she released another project. I believe it was last year. No, 2016. It just seems like she just released Seat at the Table like last year, but no, it was actually back in 2016. And again, new project out when I get home was just released. 19 tracks on here. The only, because she kind of is following her project creativity that she did with Seat at the Table. You know, you have the spoken word on there. You have her talking on a few of the tracks and other people talking on a few of the tracks. But before I get into like my top favorite songs on her album, I just need to, I kind of try to talk more about my like what I hear and my opinion about artists that I review and their style of music and how I see them represented in the music industry and what have you. Because some people, okay, so my thing is with Solange, her music, I believe her music is for people who appreciate the production that goes behind making music, good quality music. She's very highly artistic, visual. Like she has a certain style that's, it contrasts with art and just putting a vision out there and making people see different than what they think the song is about. So I think, again, Solange's music, I believe, in my opinion, that her music is for people who appreciate, again, the production behind what goes into making an album. And it felt like, to me, when I was listening to it, it felt like I was in the studio with her as she was making this album. And but anyways, yeah, so when I say music production, people who appreciate music production, I'm not saying other artists don't, they're not taking it as serious. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, for me, when I listen to artists like Solange, her music, she focuses on, and she makes sure that she lets you hear background vocals, let you hear live choir, live instruments. It's just everything's live, everything's raw and open, and just it's the real deal. Like there's no extra auto tune. There's no I don't know. There's nothing like that. And I like how she had Gucci Mane on here. I forgot which one. He was on one of these, but I like how he said how she got him on this project and turned it into, because this is it's like kind of a contribute to Houston and down south where her mother's from. And I think her mother just grew up there, and they basically grew up in Houston, but both, go together with them, her and her sister, Beyonce. But I like how she has him on here, and we get to see a different side of Gucci Mane, because I think people are like, I think he was on My Skin, My Logo. And I like how they did a metaphor, kind of like, because now that it's perfect, because now that there's this whole Gucci like protest going on, and Gucci Mane, whatever, however you say his name, is on that track. And to me, My Skin is My Logo, which is one of my top favorites on here, that song to me is just saying, like, as far as like, and I know it can go different, you can take this different ways. Like, it's so many other ideals you can get out of this song. But for me, just one of them that I can think of at this time is that we, as a Black community, African Americans of African descent, we have to like, it's been long overdue for us to wake up and start taking an account for our actions and how we spend our money and who we spend our money with. This has been going on since before I was even born. It's always been said that, you know, designers, these high-end designers, they do not like black people, especially rappers, wearing their stuff, promoting their products, like liquor and stuff like that, but mainly like clothes. They don't like using black models. They don't like doing that. They don't appreciate us. Because they feel like fashion is just for rich white people or whatever. But they do not like black people wearing their clothing and stuff. And I know we have Dapper Dan, I think that's how you say his name. He started that whole culture of fashion in the music industry. He's very popular in the music industry with his fashion and what he brought to the table. But again, like from day one, it's always been said that I don't know why we as black people wait for somebody racist to say something that's, you know, I don't know why we have to wait for racism to happen for us to be like, oh, let me stop shopping there. Oh, let me stop buying from them, because why do we have to basically get spit in our face for us to be like, okay, we need a protest, we need to stop shopping? No, we should have a long time ago. We should have been putting our dollars into our black businesses. And I get it. I know everybody has this, well, I can't trust black people, and we like to jack our prices up and and all this other stuff. But that's a whole different story. But I'm just saying, we need to start buying into each other, buying into our businesses. And this is not, and people will say, well, I don't think that's right. So you mean to tell me only black people need to shop? No, I think when we say black owned, we mean that this is owned by us, because so many of our people back in the days, even, they gave up their businesses or the businesses were taken from them. But black owned doesn't mean exclude other races from buying into us, because we as black people buy into other races. We make their money go over. That's why they set up shop in black communities, because they know we're gonna buy cheap stuff. Even if it's a knockoff, we're gonna buy into their businesses. So I don't understand why we can't. And I understand there's people also that are out here, black people that's been successful in their businesses. There's black communities filled with black businesses, and black people shop there all the time. But as far as like where I'm at locally, where I live at, there's not too many. There are some black-owned businesses where I live at, but there's not too many. And I don't know. I think that's what that song is based off of. Like, just us as a whole community need to stop buying into these brands and things of that nature. But anyways, like I was saying, I just think, because there's a lot of people that feel that Solange's music is like complicated to them, or they think it's boring and stuff like that. But I think, like I said, if you don't understand music and production and stuff like that, then you're gonna think that her music is weird, or it doesn't make sense, or it's boring. But you have to listen to background instruments and her background production as a whole, what she's talking about, what the titles read and stuff like that. And I think people just, like, I made a video saying people don't take the time to listen to music anymore, and it's so true. But Things I Imagine, starts the whole album off. But again, My Skin, My Logo, I like that. I like what is it called? Down with the Click. I like that. I like time, and then quotation around Time Is, and then Sound of Rain. Like, I like those couple of songs. I'm still, like I said, this was just released, so I'm still listening to it. But you can definitely, I don't know what's going on with my camera right now. What's going on, child? But you can definitely hear growth with her. But yeah, y'all comment below. Tell me what songs that y'all like and you feeling. And I'll holler at y'all later. Like, comment, subscribe, and spread love out there, not hate. And thank you for watching. Peace.